day one progress. Just a dry run to see how she would fit. Looks not too shabby. Might need a touch of in certain areas, but definitely doesn't look like a gap whore. Got the pilot, got him primed and on a pick. I got the dashboard on a pick, and got the cockpit ready to be, all this stuff's ready to be painted. Trying out a new paint I got today. It's the Tester's plastic solvent. Trying that out. Not too bad of stuff. $3.50 a bottle, I believe it was. So this is where I'm at for my first day. I've washed and dried all the parts. This is just a test fit, just to see how it's gonna go. And tomorrow I'll probably start painting the pilot, getting him in place, and start working on the cockpit. So that's my first update. That's where I'm at. I'm over here on these first steps. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye. This is my day 2. Didn't get a whole lot done. Some gray in there. Got the cockpit painted, and there's the yoke, the instrument panel, and the pilot. I need to work on pilots or painting them. I painted them blue like it said, and this tried to do the helmet in yellow, and I did his vest in light gray, and then his breathing apparatus in dark gray, boots in black. So I don't know how much you'll really see of him anyways. So I should make some more progression tomorrow because I'm still on these steps, but I should be able to start doing this tomorrow, getting the halves together, starting to make it look like a plane. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Just did it in a dark gray. That's what I suggested. It's got this. There's some detail of some wiring and other stuff. I try to do that a different color before I seal it up. So a lot easier working with a 1/44 scale, definitely. There's stickers, just decals that go on here for instruments. Same with the panel. I might try to, I'll see what they look like. But that's where I'm at. Didn't get too much done today. Had a lot to do. So have a good time. Day 3 of my A-4 Skyhawk build for Warren's group build. American planes, US planes of the 20th century, Blue Angels. It's an A-4 Skyhawk. Been painting. This is where I'm at with the pilot. So this is what I've been working on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces have taken me a few days. Kind of sad when you think about it. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Painted him all up. Hopefully I'm not too close where he's blurry. But that's the pilot. I just glued him in a bit ago and glued the stick in his hand, and I did the decals a little bit earlier and did his instrument panel. So that's where I'm at with him. And I painted these gray, both sides. I tried to do some oil. I was trying to do black and burnt umber, and I tried getting it in some of these recess panels, but it didn't work very well. So then I did some research online and found that This is enamel paint I used on the inside. I'm going to use acrylic on the outside, but it works better with acrylic. It doesn't work good with enamel, which I found was the case. It made it look... It didn't look good. I didn't like it. So I ended up cleaning it all off and just painting it gray again. And I was, worried a lot about the inside of the cockpit when you won't see much. But I'll probably do some of this other stuff in here. Maybe I will use the gray and I will add some white to it, lighten it up, try to lighten up and maybe paint some of these other things in here. A little bit lighter gray, but still kind of dark. So that's where I'm at. Most likely tomorrow I will be further because I will be able to get the pilot in the cockpit and then start assembling the plane. So hope everybody's having fun with the group build. That's where I'm at. Day 3. Everybody keep building. Talk to you later. Bye. Welcome to build day 4. It actually looks like a airplane now. I have glued the wings together and glued the fuselage together. There's some spots where I might need a little bit of filler. I'm still working on that. But I had a bit of a problem with the alignment of the pilot and the canopy. Right here there's a space, you can see. There's a space. If you look at the instructions where you glue the pilot chair in, I did that correct right here. But then where you put the cockpit assembly into the fuselage, there's a little, right here there's a tab, and so you line the front of that up, and by doing that it lines the back right into this hole kind of right here. There's a little space for it there. Then when you glue the other side together, and which I did that, and so you can kind of see here where the interior actually lines up with the top of the seat. I tried gluing this part. See, it's kind of looks like it popped off. It should be like that. You can, there's a little bit of a space in there. But anyway, I have this gap still. But if you look at the photos of the pilot, there is no gap. And this does line up with it, but there's no gap behind him. He's actually to the back part. I'm set up right here. I did this part correct. I glued it in there. That's the only way it would fit and work. But like I said, there's no other piece I glue back onto here. This is it. You glue the halves together. So I'll have to either figure out something to put in here. Maybe just use some cardstock or something. Put it in there and paint it gray. Maybe I could do, I don't know yet what I'm going to do. But, I mean, I installed it correctly. It's just a little bit different than the directions, It's a lot to have to fill. And I haven't messed with the canopy yet. I don't know how much the canopy will hide. But that's my only problem so far. It's not like I misaligned anything. I did it how you're supposed to. I was really worried about the cockpit and the pilot. I spent a lot of time. I've still got